Ukraine sent 300 troops and armored vehicles to attack Russian territory.
Nghe An focuses on disbursing 1.275 billion Vietnamese dongs for compensation for National Highway 1A.
Textile and garment exports, it is expected to maintain growth momentum in the second half of the year.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. Russia's defense ministry said it had prepared a surprise attack by Ukrainian armored vehicles in the southern Kursk region.
According to the Russian military, Ukrainian forces launched the attack with the participation of 300 soldiers, 11 tanks, and more than 20 armored fighting vehicles on the villages of Nikolaevo Dorino and Oleshnia, located right on the border with the Sumy region, northeastern Ukraine. At least 3 civilians were killed and more than a dozen others were injured due to the attack. The Russian Defense Ministry confirmed that it had repelled the attacks and caused damage to the enemy. Meanwhile, one of officials from Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council accused Russia of lying about the controllability of the situation in the Kursk region. Russia does not control the border. Previously, in June this year, Washington officially allowed Kiev to attack Russian territory to protect the city of Kharkiv in northeastern Ukraine, which is about 300 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, although it did not agree if Kiev used U.S. weapons to attack the capital Moscow or the Kremlin.
This morning, Mr. Vinh, member of Provincial Party Committee, Permanent Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, chaired a working session with relevant departments and localities to discuss solutions to remove obstacles in site clearance work in order to promptly disperse additional funding for the project to upgrade and expand National Highway.
Regarding the approval of compensation plans for land acquisition and clearance of localities, although there have been 283 directive documents, nearly 1,000 billion Vietnamese dongs has not yet been disbursed. The standing vice chairman of the Provincial People's Committee directed that households that have met the conditions must be paid before September 30th. For households that are being reviewed for eligibility, required procedures must be completed before October 30th and the payment should be paid by November 30th. As for the remaining households still having problems with land clearance policy, solutions should be given by December 2024. The handling of complaints will be resolved on a household-by-house basis. Meanwhile, localities focus on propaganda so that local people can grasp the spirit of the province's positive direction, not to file collective action lawsuits that cause political insecurity and public order in the area. In addition, the Department of Finance are asked to coordinate with the Treasury to guide disbursement procedures for localities. The Department of Natural Resources and Environment is in charge of handling problems in Nguyen Xuan Ward, Hoang Mai Town. Vinh City will base on the directive and guidance documents to implement the process.
Heavy rain lasting several days across a large area in Điện Biên province has caused severe landslides.
Accordingly, in Hue Leng Commune, Mung Cha District, National Highway 12 running through the central area of the commune connecting Mung Cha, Mung Le, Nha Tao Commune, Ta Kang Village, Dien Bien Phu City, and Mung Nhe District, many long and deep cracks have appeared. As a result, local authorities had to urgently remove households from the above locations to safer places to ensure the safety of property and lives of people. It is known that on many roads, landslides, falling rocks due to heavy rain have been causing local congestion and danger to people and vehicles passing by.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Vietnam will host the 27th ASEAN Heads of Immigration and Consular Affairs meeting, DGICM, in 2024. The event is going to take place from August 12th to August 16th, 2024, in Nha Trang City, Can Hoa Province. This is an annual conference for ASEAN member countries to discuss the situation and issues of common concern, to share experiences in immigration and consular management, to propose initiatives, measures and mechanisms to enhance immigration cooperation within the bloc, contributing to creating favorable conditions for citizens to enter and exit the countries and to deal with illegal immigration.
Under the close direction of Nghe An Provincial Police, after many days of undercover surveillance, the Truyen District Police in coordination with the Localities Provincial Police, Laos, successfully arrested Lao Barjo in Thong Zen Village, Kamkot District, Localities Province, Laos. This is an especially dangerous drug criminal that has been running from arrest warrant for the past 10 years. At the scene, the authorities seized 1,600 synthetic drug pills, 02 guns and some other related evidences. Currently, the Truyen District Police and the Foreign Security Department of Truyen Provincial Police have handed over Lao Barjo to the Thanh Hoa Provincial Police for handling in accordance with the law.
Related to the Olympics.
The World Health Organization said that more than 40 athletes competing in the 2024 Paris Olympics have tested positive for COVID-19. British swimmer Adam Peaty said he tested positive one day after winning silver medal in the 100 meters breaststroke. Meanwhile, Australian athlete named Lani Pallister withdrew from the women's 1,500 meters freestyle after falling ill. The WHO's Director of Disease Preparedness and Control cited data from 84 countries showing that the rate of positive tests for the SARS-CoV-2 virus has increased in recent weeks. This is a worrying sign because the SARS-CoV-2 virus continues to evolve and change, and everyone is at risk of contracting a new variant that could be more sophisticated, with the ability to evade testing and medical interventions, including vaccination.
Unlike the difficulties in finding orders in 2023, the textile and garment industry export situation this year is showing positive signs.
In the first 6 months of this year, the export turnover of enterprises in Truyen province is estimated to reach $1.350 million, an increase of nearly 23% over the same period in 2023. In particular, textile and garment products have increased export orders, so they have a fairly good growth rate, nearly 11%. Currently, many garment companies have enough orders until the end of the year and are negotiating orders for early 2025.
Compared to last year, this year the quantity of goods is greater, the workers are more excited.
By the end of the first quarter of 2024, the total export value of the garment industry accounted for $9.5 billion. The Japanese market alone accounted for more than $1 billion, an increase of about 10% over the same period last year. The purchasing power of fashion items has also increased. More orders from new customers, especially from Europe, are now seen. Meanwhile, nationwidely, textile and garment industry is also leading in terms of the export turnover with more than $16 billion, up 3.1% over the same period last year.
Most businesses have orders until the end of the third quarter, or even the fourth quarter, and are ready to negotiate orders for 2025. The shift in investment, orders to Vietnam and purchasing power has increased slightly compared to 2023, so this year's export target will be about $42 billion.
The biggest challenge for the textile and garment industry today is the shortage of labor and the ability to meet the shortage of raw materials according to market requirements. Therefore, in addition to accelerating automation, the textile and garment industry should pay attention to calling further investment to deal with weaknesses, to improve the ability to be self-sufficient in domestic raw materials, to ensure traceability rules, and transparency in production. All these can help the industry to achieve the target of $42 billion in exports for the whole year.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.